Shalom. And I want to start off letting all the praise, honor, and glory back to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wachach Kodesh. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles, and elders, great Muslim, and salutations to you, Akim, that's out there listening, pushing forth this word, the truth, the sincerity, and your few Akwat as well, that's listening with sincerity. I'm the brother Machaya from the camp, GMS Montreal, coming back with another lesson. And we have to be very circumspect in these last days, man. Okay, because we know that anytime anything can pop off, and if you're not being careful, if you're not watching, then you can get caught in the snares, man. Okay, these different psyops that Esau is putting in the news, that he's fabricating, to try to blame. Which when Esau does these things in the news with these different psyops, we know that the ultimate goal really is to bring crunch time. Okay, to bring crunch time to what? To take the profits out, man. You know what I mean? But let's get this. And I think it's in, let me see, sure. Um, there we go. Ephesians 5 and verse 15. It says, "See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise." Okay, we have to walk circumspectly, man. Which the word circumspectly goes into basically looking around. All right? Let's get the definition. Okay. Um, Ephesians. I'll get it in the blue letter. This is the word circumspectly. And the blue letter in the Greek, it says akribos. It says exactly, accurately, diligently, circumspectly. Strong's definition: circumspectly, diligently, perfect. Okay, but when you go to the etymology, it breaks down the word, which is basically to look around. This is the word circumspect. It says cautious, weary. Okay, you're cautious, looking about on all sides. All right, so you have to be very careful. When you're out and about, man. With the company that you keep. With the different events that you go to. Brothers and sisters shouldn't be going to no protests. Okay? Because protesting, man, Esau could say, man, that's one of the main things that Esau could just use to make anything pop off. And now you're in the crowd, and here it is now. Hey, the cameraman might catch you, and then, they tie you in with or they tie you with the YouTube channel. Or this guy is with this, that, You know how it is, man. Or you might be in the crowd, and there's some demon jumps on some person, and then they start shooting up the place or stabbing up people, and then you get caught. So we have to be very wise. All right. It says from Latin, circumspectus, deliberate, guarded. It says well considered. All right. It says circumspectory, look around, take heed. From circum, around, round about, inspect, to look. So to look around. All right. You have to look around, man. You have to be aware of your surroundings. Okay? Let's get back to Ephesians 5 and verse 16. It says, redeeming the time because the days are evil. You see, the days are evil. That's why, man, you have to redeem the times. See where you're at, what time we're at in prophecy, and walk accordingly, man. It might be peace and safety for now, but we're in the last days, man. At any day, anything can pop off, man. So we have to be very careful, going out and about, man. Watching your six. Don't have your head on your phone 24/7, man. Here it is. You're walking on the street, your head is buried in your phone. That's not good, okay? Because hey, you're not aware of your surroundings. Somebody could just, you know, come within your bubble, in a sense, and then do something to you. You don't know, man. Hey, there's demons out there, man. You know? What I'm saying? Be sure you're walking, whatever you're doing, you're looking around. You're looking at your surroundings. You're watching people. Because these people, they're liable to do anything, man. You gotta understand them. They don't have Yahweh Shem Yahshua on their side. Okay? They're liable to do anything. All right? And the Lord could just test you because you're not, keeping your six. And He lets a demon jump on a person just to harass you, man. You know? So you best be on your six at all times, man. When you're in the world, man, because there's forces of evil out there. It says, what's that in Isaiah 59? It says that we're a prey, okay? Isaiah 59 and verse 15. It says, Yea, truth faileth, and he that departeth from evil maketh himself a prey. And the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. You see? When you depart from evil, you become a prey, man. Okay? That means these demons, they know you. Okay? They know you. And their goal is to what? To make you fall out the truth, man. You know? So you have to be very circumspect, man. You know what I'm saying? Watch your six. Look around. Like we went to the definition of circumspect. Look around you. Okay? And try to stay away from anything that could get the ministry blamed and give us a bad image. The scriptures say what? Abstain from all appearances of evil. Let's get that. First Thessalonians 5 and verse 22. It says, abstain from all appearances of evil. Okay? What does that mean, abstain? Stay away from. Stay away from any appearance of evil, man. Anything that you see doesn't correlate, doesn't go with how you're supposed to live according to the scriptures, stay away from that, man. You know what I'm saying? If you see that it can get in the way of you serving the Lord, stay away from it. Especially, you know, uh, um, what's it called? Because it could get especially because it could get the ministry blamed, man. You know? Because we have an image. We're ambassadors of the Lord. We're ambassadors for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. So you have to uphold your image. Because, a bad rep on you, that they're going to tie that with what? With the ministry. You see? It says, let's read it in NLT. First Thessalonians 5, verse 22 in its NLT. Stay away from every kind of evil. That's it. Stay away from it. Oh, what does it say about in Proverbs about the path of the wicked? Don't go by it and don't even look at it. Let's get that. Let's see. I think it says like pass not by it. There you go. It's Proverbs 4. This is Proverbs 4. And verse 14. It says, enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Don't enter there, man. Once again, we're ambassadors for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. We're representing the Lord, man, right now on the earth. So there's a certain way, a certain conduct that you're supposed to have when you're out and about in the world. Okay, people are supposed to see that you're different, that you ain't no nigger. Okay, they're supposed to see that you're one of the princes of the Lord, man, and be amazed and awed at your mannerisms, man. Because naturally, that's how it's supposed to be, right? Deuteronomy, the 4th chapter, man. It goes into that if you keep the laws, the statutes, the nation's gonna look at us and say, oh, who's this great people that has the Lord so nigh unto them? That's how they're supposed to see you. So don't enter into the path of the wicked. Avoid it. That scripture is saying, man. Don't go in the way of evil men. Okay? If you know this guy's evil, here it is inviting you to hang out. He's well known for being a wicked ninja. What the fuck would you go hang out with him? You know what I'm saying? Say you're busy. Oh man, I'm busy, man. I gotta go walk my fish, man. You know how it is. You know? Make up some excuse, man. Or you don't even have to make an excuse. Just say, nah, I'm not interested. Then, Jake is gonna get the memo. You know? You can't be bashful. Because you're this all, it's my nigga from the, whatever, nigga, my nigga from the world, friend from the world. I know it from a long time. Hey, growing in the truth, you gotta cut ties, man. Certain ties have to be cut. Because Jake could put you in a bad situation, man. He could put you in a bad situation because, he keeps the wrong company. He might have ops. I don't know, man. And here it is, you're hanging out with him. And then, boom, bullets start flying. you know? So don't do that, man. Like it says, and go not in the way of evil men. Don't go there. It's not going to be good. All right? It says right here in verse 15, avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. You see? Avoid it. Pass by it. You know what I'm saying? Don't even look at it. Okay? Because you already know what's the right way. The right way is to follow Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay? Alright, I wanted to get this too as well. Ministry. Blame. This is 2 Corinthians 6 and verse 3. It says, let me see if I can start up. No, let me start at verse 1. Okay, it says, we then as workers together with him beseech you also that you receive not the grace of the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushai in vain. And that's a fact. You don't receive this grace in vain. And it says, already, what does the word grace go into? Unmerited favor. Okay, something you don't deserve. Okay? So don't just receive it in vain, man. Alright? It says, verse 2, for he saith, I have heard thee in the time accepted, and in the day of salvation have I succored thee. Behold, now is the accepted time. Behold, now is the day of salvation. Yeah, now we're in the accepted time. Hey, we're nearly there, man, to obtain salvation, man. No rapture, eh? Christians are through. Anyways, says verse 3, giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed, but in all things approving ourselves as the ministers of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, in much patience, and afflictions, and necessity, and distress, and stripes, and imprisonment, and tumults, and labors, and washing, and fasting. Well, it goes on and on, but give no offense for the ministry to not be blamed. That's the point, man. Okay, but rather, in all things, all the things that the apostle listed, you approve yourself by doing those things, man, and keeping your faith in the Lord, man, and upholding your image. Okay, even in this wicked society, look at the wicked politicians, man. Do they not try to always keep a good image to the public? Okay, they always do that, man. They always make sure that they keep their image good towards the eye of the public, while in the background they're doing wickedness, which, we're not going to do that, of course, because we know that, hey, if you have a fear of the Lord, man, you're not going to have that mindset. You're not going to pretend to be on camera, all this righteous, this, that, the third, and here it is. When the camera's off, you're doing wickedness. You know what I'm saying? No. That means you have a lack of fear of the Lord if you do that, man. And if you do that, the Spirit's going to search you out, and you're going to be found out, man. And I just brought that example because they're using that on the left-hand side. So how much more us on the right-hand side are we supposed to uphold their image? Because them, they're doing wickedness. So it's hard for them to actually keep up a good image. But us naturally, we're trying as best as we can to do righteousness. So it should be effortless for you to do this, man. Okay? To keep up that good rep. Effortless. Because that's it's your way of life. That's how you live. By applying the scriptures. If it's a way of life for you, then it shouldn't be a burden. It should be something that's hard. You know? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You know? Because we're coming to the time where Esau's going to try to find anything to blame the ministry, to blame the men of the Lord, man. So we have to make Esau's work hard for him. Not easy. You know? Like these other Hebrew Israelite camps, you know, most likely, you know, they're being paid by Esau. That's doing carnal shit, you know, being fleshly, as the Christians say. You know what I'm saying? Having sticks at camp. You know what I'm saying? Saying all type of blasphemous shit. You know? Just and they're putting a bad rep, you know, in this movement, man. In this work of Yahweh Shemi Shai. But anyway, you know, they're doing the part at the end of the day because you know, they're not chosen. When Esau comes down having great wrath, man, they're gonna get caught in the crossfires too, man. They think they're gonna be exempt? Shit. You don't know Eden. You know what I mean? But anyways, man, I'm gonna close it off there by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh